Yeah, I won't be able to make the net tonight, but I just thought I'd say hi on the 2-meter channel, check in, check out, so to speak. Anyway, you guys have a great net tonight.
4, 5.
Well, thank you for checking in and giving it the 73 status. This is Dave, KD7CYM.
Node 3, 4, 6, 4, 2, 7, 2. Connected to node 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 0.
Good evening. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the 08 machine. I'm Dave, KD7ZYM. The Western Washington Amateur Television Society is a group of amateur radio enthusiasts that take to the airways with digital amateur television in the DVB-T format. We transmit on 70 centimeters to a crossband repeater on Cougar Mountain, and it spits out images at 1.2 gigahertz. To find out more about our group, please Google WW7ATS. That's Google WW7ATS. That will take you to our homepage on the internet. There you'll see the exact frequencies we transmit and receive on. Also, you'll find a link to YouTube, where we stream our nets held Wednesdays and Saturdays between 8 and 9 o'clock. Also, we simulcast our audio on our 2-meter station WW7ATS with a frequency of 147.08 with a tone of 103.5. So with that, this is Dave, KD7ZYM. I'll stand by in case anybody has emergency traffic or needs to make a contact before the net starts. This is Dave, KD7ZYM. Well, welcome back. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. I'm Dave, KD7ZYM. Signed in by video already is Bob, K9PQ, Richard, K7ITX, Wade, W7ITL, Jim, N7QO, Carlos, 87NP, and myself, Dave, KD7ZYM. Is there anybody else wishing to check in? Hearing none, let's start up the net with Bob, K9PQ.
Okay, I see my call sign up there. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, it's a really nice evening here. It got up into about the mid. Whoops, forgot to mute. There we go. I got up to just the mid 70s. Just a beautiful day. I was inside and actually running my AC because this little place warms up when it's sunny out. It warms up quite a bit. So I was running my AC a bit today. It's just, I'll tell you, it's a luxury to have it. I can't remember the last time I had AC built in. I've used window units. I've used floor standing units with the hose that goes to the window. So it's nice. It's a nice thing to have. But yeah, it's cool. Through now, it's very nice. So my big news probably is with my vehicle. I just lost my picture for a moment. There, it's back. I'm going to switch to my. These are old pictures, but I just thought it'd be something nice to look at while I'm transmitting. I've still have this problem of my vehicle not running because the pump for the brakes, the power brakes, power assist on the brakes failed, and I bought a motor to not just replace the motor, especially since it was just an aftermarket Chinese-made motor. The full unit that originally came with the car from the manufacturer that put it in the car originally, which I believe it's AISIN. I'm not familiar with it, but obviously if it was original equipment with the Toyota. It's good quality. And so we're going to do that, but send out for it, and it's not here yet. So fortunately, my closest grocery store is less than a block away, and I actually bought an insulated backpack just to go get groceries, and it's working great. Okay, for now, I'll send it back.
K9PQ, thanks with that. Let's go pick up Richard in Kent, K7ITX.
Okay, well, good to hear all the check-ins tonight. Looking forward to hearing all you guys. Bob, for some reason, your audio was kind of in and out. Got most of it, though. Particularly the part about the power steering pump. I guess that's what it is. Hasn't shown up yet, so that's a disappointment. However, a grocery store 1 block away, at least you're gonna still be. You're not gonna starve to death. Let me put it that way. So, good news for that, and good news for getting the insulated backpack, so you won't be hurting your arm carrying your groceries. So that's a good deal too. So, let's see, the big news here from the Northwest Kidney Center, where I'm at right now. The good news is, instead of being here for 4 hours, it's whittled down to just 3.5 hours. Hopefully that'll be the going rate. 3.5 hours, I'm telling you, is a lot better than 4. And that's the doctor's orders for the time being. So I'm pretty happy about that, to say the least. So with that, I'll send it back to Net Control. This is K7ITX.
K7ITX, thanks with that. Let's move to Tacoma to Wade, W7ITL. And again, trying to contact Wade, W7ITL in Tacoma. And no response on W7ITL. Let's go to Jim in Covington, N7QO.
N7QO. Thank you, Dave. Good evening, everyone.
N7QO. Thank you, Dave.
Oops. Let's see. Okay, Bob. Yeah, your place warms up when sunny. I have that problem here at my house as well. It's not so much the ambient temperature here as it is the sun beating down. apparently my living room is just poorly insulated or something. Maybe a few too many windows. But as long as the sun is not out, the place stays reasonably cool. But once the sun starts coming out and heating things up, it gets unpleasant quickly. Your vehicle still waiting on parts. Parts are in the mail. And as far as shopping goes, well, I guess you already bought an insulated backpack. If it were me, I would just keep ordering pizzas until the parts arrive. How many days could it take for them to show up? I don't know. That's just my thought anyway. But it sounds like you've got parts on the way anyway, so hopefully it won't be too much longer. Dick, good to hear from you. Now your dialysis is down from 4 hours down to 3.5 hours. That is great news. It sounds like you are improving, and let's just hope that it continues. That would be a very good thing. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Yeah, today's been beautiful here. Light winds, lots of sun, and pleasant temperatures. Right now I'm showing 72 degrees at the house, and I got a couple of things accomplished outside, and some honeydews as well. Back to you, Dave, N7QO.
N7QO, thanks with that. Get a quick ID here again. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net Honey 08 machine. I'm Dave. CYM.
To Carlos.
Let's move to Carlos, 87NP and Clyde Hill.
You, Carlos.
Let's say you, Carlos.
Okay, there's a signal there. And I can hear myself on the 2-meter repeater. Good evening, everyone. This is 87NP from Clydeville. That has missed a couple of nets, but great to be here again and to see everyone. I hope all the systems are working on the TV system. Bob, I might try some software with your car, but I don't know. I mean, just let's hook up a PC to it and figure out if the car needs some debugging, and we can help. But on my front, quite busy. Unfortunately, I will have to leave earlier today. I still have to call a co-worker in India this evening, so we agreed to make the call at 8:30. But hope the car gets to a good shape, Bob. Richard's kind of 30 minutes seems like really good, so congrats on that. It's making good progress there. And Dave, glad to see that your signal is getting back to the repeater, so probably still needs some more antenna orientation, but it's definitely doing better than what I've seen on previous nets, so that's pretty good. And Jim also good copy. In terms of what's new, I've been working on kind of my microwave setup. So I was able to, I think the 10 gigahertz is quite operational, and on the 24 gigahertz. So I have a set of dishes here that I'm preparing and figuring out how to get the 24 gigahertz going. And so I have all sorts of parts like horns and adapters and strange looking devices that I've been adapting. So far so good. Nothing has went into smoke yet. In terms of interesting devices, this is a wrench for SMA connectors, a torque wrench for SMA connectors. Because I really never know what's the right torque for the SMA. And so what happens on this one is when it's the right torque, it will snap into the side, and basically that's when you're done, either when you're going in one direction or another. And there's an adjustment on the back to set to the proper torque setting, which is kind of interesting because since I've been using it, I would definitely agree that I wasn't torquing them enough, because after I use this, it's much harder to remove the SMA by hand. So that's what's going on. So sending it back to Dave, and again, I'll either be here or not, depending if we get back to my position in the net before 8:30. Back to Dave, Net Control from 87 NP in Clyde.
87 NP, thanks for that, Carlos. It's kind of interesting when you show and tell what's going on the microwave section. It always looks like those fittings, you got to be a plumber, not an electrician. It's amazing when you see the hardware that's used for the microwave stuff, and it's always interesting. I guess the hobby extends onto plumbing as well as being electronics. So anyway, always something going on. Well, for me today, I got off to Costco. I had to do some shopping there, and that was about all I've had to do today to get out. Weather-wise here, got 70 degrees, sunny and clear. Well, the good news is winter is coming, or fall is coming, and the lights seem to be going out at 8 o'clock now with the sunset. So it's now a dark net. Well, we have our nets held from 8 to 9 o'clock. So anyway, it was wonderful. Well, the sunlight was there. We experienced a lot of wonderful things. Bob got out to do a bunch of live broadcasts, you might say, along the sound. So it looked pretty good there up on the island. So let's see. Bob with a brake failure. I hope he gets that fixed up, but it's nice to be close to a grocery store. At least you got food if you don't have wheels to get there. So anyway, congratulations on having a secondary plan. So that's pretty good. So that's about all I've got to say. And Richard cut back on time. Got an extra half hour now with his dialysis, so that's really good. And Jim with his honeydew projects. Oh, I miss those, but I guess I gotta say I have the do honeydew for myself. So being single, everything happens by my command, you might say. Well, with that, I'm going to pass it back up to Bob, K9PQ.
Okay, well, thanks, Dave. I I turn, I'm going to turn it down a little more. I, I think I might be overdriving, might have been overdriving and caused the broken audio. So let me know if this is better, if it's not breaking up so much. I turned the mic gain down. So let me get to Carlos before he has to leave. Software for the car. Well, I did buy. Do I have it here handy? Yes. I did buy a tester for my car. It's like the normal ODB testers, but this one is special. This one particularly is just for my Toyota. I mean, it would be the same unit, but they programmed it for my Toyota, so it will find faults other than the normal engine faults that all the ODB testers find. They call them chassis faults when they're non-engine faults, and the ABS brake system is one of several that it will that there are sensors for that it can read. And that's how I sort of that and another little diagnostic test narrowed it down to the motor for me. When you get a certain fault, it says it's not. And then the thing to do is when you turn the ignition on, and not start the car, but just turn the ignition on, you should hear the motor running to pressurize the brake system. And it wasn't doing that. So there you go. So I did use some software to diagnose the problem. Yeah, that SMA torque wrench is just awesome. I think that's really cool. I've never seen or heard of that before, but in hindsight, I'm not surprised they exist. Um, and yeah, it'll be fewer field trips for me as it's getting darker earlier. I do enjoy getting out. It's been a lot of fun this summer doing it at night just to see if there's someplace else to go. It's kind of thankful to Carlos for that. Okay, what else here? Richard, congratulations on getting down to 3.5 hours. I mean, still feels like a long time to me, but yeah, that extra half hour, it's got to feel good not having to do that. And ordering pizzas, Jim. You know, it's kind of funny. I do like eating out and I do like ordering pizzas, but I had to do so much of it when I was working. I'm kind of enjoying just eating food at home from the grocery store. I'm not much of a cook. I buy food that either takes, well, let's say it takes little to no preparation, but I do enjoy just having the food here and eating it and not having to go out or get it delivered. Um, and Dave, yeah, with the honeydew list, yeah, for you and me, it's more like the gotta do list instead of the honeydew list. And yeah, we have to nag ourselves to get us to do those things. We don't have anyone to do that for us. Okay, well, I hope I'll be interested to hear a report on the audio. Hope it was better this time, and I will send it back to Net Control. This is K9PQ.
K9PQ, your audio was very well this last go round. Turning down your gain seemed to make a big improvement. Let's pick up Richard, K7ITX in Kent.
Yeah, I noticed an improvement in your audio as well, Bob. This is Richard, K7ITX, Northwest Kidney Center in Kent, Washington. So anyway, let's see. I missed the Net Saturday. I was at a dinner party in Bellingham, celebrating me and Debbie's 50th, that's 50, wedding anniversary. We were staying at the Bellwether Hotel. It's right on the waterfront of the Bellingham Bay, Squalicum Harbor, right where a lot of the fishing boats, power boats, and sailboats have their safe harbor docking. Just a beautiful time. I have an alarm going off. I'm not sure why. So technician's gonna run over here and get to the. There he goes. He got the alarm. So anyway, we had great sunsets. It was just really a nice, enjoyable wedding anniversary. What else can I say? Well, that's about it. Beautiful weather today, and I should be home this Saturday for the Net. I don't have any car races or anniversaries to celebrate, and it'll be a week from Saturday when, if the weather's permitting, I'll be in Portland for a car race event, the Columbia Cup in Portland, Oregon. But if it's raining, you'll hear from me in Kent, because I'm not going to go down there if it's wet. With that, this is K7 ITX, back to net control.
K7 ITX, thanks with that. And let's go to Jim, N7QO in Covington.
N7QO. Thank you, Dave. Carlos, 10 gigahertz operational, working on 24 gigahertz. That sounds wonderful. Torque wrench for SMA connectors. I have never heard of one of those. Thank you for showing that to us. I can't help but wonder if maybe it's intended to limit the torque which you apply. I don't know. I wouldn't want to tighten them down too much. They appear to be rather fragile to me, although they are tiny. But interesting. I've never known something like that exists. Thank you. Dave, yes, our net is in the dark now. I just happened to notice earlier today, official sunset tonight is exactly 8 p.m. So winter is rapidly approaching here. Oh well. Bob, I agree with everyone else. Your audio sounds great now, even at my location. And gotta-do list. Yeah. Bob and Dave, nag yourself. That's funny. But probably that's the way it is. And let's see. Oh, you mentioned chassis faults. Oh my goodness. My brain went to a different place right then. I'm going, okay, ankles, knees, hips, spine, etc. You've been fighting with that vehicle for a while now. Good luck with that. I hope the parts that are coming will solve the problem. And Dick, once again, congrats on your 50th wedding anniversary. I am glad you had a pleasant experience. It sounds like it was absolutely wonderful, and hope you have many more. Back to you, Dave, N7QO.
N7QO, thanks with that. Well, let's see if Carlos is still with us. He was going to go away at 8:30 to make a call, but if he's available, the mic's yours. 87 NP.
Okay. Oops. It's coming up. It's coming up with Dave's call sign, but then it switched, so that's a good news. I had work on making sure that happened. So a couple more devices to show. And thank you for the comments. Bob, the thing that I would worry, audio was definitely better. The thing I would worry is probably checking if your upstream bandwidth is enough for whatever you have set up right now. So I don't know if you probably are on OBS, because what I get a sense is that sometimes it's just for a brief moment when we see the black is because maybe there's not enough bandwidth for that. So what was I saying? So that's my adapted dish from what is this? A camping DATV dish, then adapted with a 3D printed part for the little 24 gigahertz feed. This is a colleague from Italy that produces this. And so the dish setup is quite nice, but this is not the tripod that I want to use. So that's one. Let's get it out of the way. Let's see if it doesn't come down. And then we have the other one, which is really my favorite tripod. It's a tripod for a telescope. This is a Cassegrain kind of feed because it basically gets illuminated and reflected on this side, and then it goes into the LMBs in the back. But I don't think I'll be able to use this dish. But I really like this tripod because you can either do it like this, or there's a kind of a telescope adapting system that can do it really slowly, and so the next step is placing the other dish on this one, and then the other dish, which will be for the mobile rover station. So let's take this out of the way. I'll be able to switch between the 10 gigahertz and the 24 gigahertz. And then for the last thing regarding the plumbing, that's definitely true. A lot of the waveguide, either the circular or the rectangular waveguide, and you know, every time we go into one of these things, there's an opportunity to learn more. So I've definitely been watching a lot of videos about waveguide theory and technology. And there's an interesting mix now. Of course, most people would do this in the past with kind of brass bending and kind of building some filters. But there's a new approach which I'm trying. I don't have everything yet, which is to 3D print the parts and then use a metallic ink. It's a special mechanical compound that basically sprays copper pigments on the parts. And so here's an example of a horn. This is one for 24 gigahertz, or I should say it's a WR42 on the part. And it would be hard to kind of spray the inside if this wasn't together. And so this is why I printed these two separate parts. But it's very important that this thing is smooth. And as part of the smooth operation of this printouts, you do this is now going into Breaking Bad territory. You do an acetone vapor. Yeah. So I had to buy this 1 gallon can, which isn't their paint. I'm glad they sell it. And this is my 3D print smoother chamber. And so you put acetone in it, and then the vapor from it will smooth the 3D print, and then I'll spray it with the metallic ink. All right, that's it, and that's it for tonight. I'm gonna go on and call my colleagues. It was great seeing you all. And again, Dave, thanks for running the net and for everything to be up and running. Back to you, Dave. Bye, everyone, from 87 NP in Clydesdale.
'87 NP, thanks for that. And thanks for the show and tell of all the stuff that you're coming up with. I had never thought that you could smooth plastic by using fumes of acetone, but always something new to learn with this hobby, you might say. So this is Dave, KD7ZYM, and get a quick ID here again. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the 08 machine. Well, I don't have much to add to it outside, like I say, I made my trip to Costco, and as far as cooking at home, I buy a lot of Costco's pre-prepared meals, so all you have to do is heat them up in the microwave. It certainly makes cooking easier, but I might say I'm a happy camper that way. So that's about what's happening here. So we're going to move back up to Bob, K9PQ in Oak Harbor.
Okay. All right, there we go. I'm not sure what just happened there. If I just forgot to hit the start streaming or if I was streaming the whole time and stopped it. Hopefully I didn't interfere with anybody. But yeah, it's streaming now. And thank you for the reports on the audio. And I will look into to the upstream bit rate on OBS and see if that fixes the video problem. Speaking of video, I'll go back to my little slideshow again. Let's see a few comments. Carlos, wow, I know he's not around. I don't know if he can hear us, but what a cool tripod for those making those minor adjustments like that. That's pretty amazing. And I like the idea of the Cassegrain for the microwave. I've only heard about that for telescopes. That's what is that brand? I can't think of the brand. A really popular brand of telescope. It's really, really wide, not very long, and you look at it from the back, and that's the Cassegrain. No, so that one I think is you look at from the side, but that might also be Cassegrain, where you have the two mirrors. Uh, One just goes back through the middle, the other goes out the side. And the acetone vapor, that's really interesting. I assume what it's doing is actually literally like melting the surface of the plastic to smooth it out like that. Really interesting. Richard, congratulations on your 50th, and I hope you had a great time. I'm sure you did last Saturday. That's really cool, and I get it about not going to the car racing if it's wet. I don't think I would want to either. Um, and since we have video, let me go back to full screen me and a little show and tell. You can actually see this backpack. I'm going to get away from the mic. So, okay, there we go. What you're seeing here is folded up. Uh, so it unfolds into this rectangular shape. And um, this is something I would not have guessed would exist. But the reason they do is all the food delivery, So not so much the pizza delivery; they have their own special bags, but Uber Eats and all those other things. So there are lots and lots of these things around, and this one was an inexpensive one that if I were an Uber Eats delivery person, I would probably not use it because it wouldn't last very long. In fact, that was one of the reviews that the guy said, "Yeah, it's really good. It works really well, but I used it for about a year, and then I moved on to something better quality that would last more." But for me, for my use, I mean, this will last me the rest of my life. Hopefully, I don't know. I hope that I'm not having so much car trouble that I have to use it a lot. But for the little bit I'll use it, it's perfect and works really well. I was kind of concerned because I bought a few things that like yogurt and cottage cheese and other things that were a bit heavy. Um, and it was just fine. There's no problem at all. It's got a good structure to it, and the shoulder pads straps are very good. So yeah, it works great for me. I thought I had something else too, but I can't think of it right now. So I think I'll just send it on back again. This is Bob, KA9PQ, back to net control.
K9PQ, thanks for that. Let's move on to Richard, K7ITX in Kent.
Well, now that a half hour shortens my stay here at the kidney center, they're about to disconnect me from the machine, and so I'm just going to have to say 73 to everybody. It was great seeing and hearing all your reports tonight. Thanks again, everybody. K7ITX. Have a good night. Back to net control.
K7ITX, thanks for joining the net, and wish for a dry weekend for you so you can enjoy some car racing. Let's move to Jim, N7QO in Covington.
N7QO. I saw Wade's call sign up twice. One just recently. Want to see if he'd like to say anything?
Okay, well, let's call on him, see if he's there. W7ITL, Wade. Again, W7ITL, this is KD7ZYM, and this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the 08 machine.
Node 3464272 disconnected.
And no response on Wade. I did see his picture flash just about 4 minutes into the net, and then it went out. So let's try N7QO in Covington.
N7QO, thank you, Dave. Yeah, Carlos, thank you for show and tell and mentioning that acetone vapor for spray on copper coating. That is interesting. And let's see, Bob, that backpack looks like it can hold a lot. I think that was a great investment. It looks like the sort of thing you could take to the beach and put several six-packs in it. And if it gets lost or something, or damaged by someone or something, no big deal. So I think that's great. Dick, about to be disconnected. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next time. And yeah, I agree. We'll hope it does not rain on your race down there in Oregon. Let's see. I need to find out what my wife has in store for me tomorrow. I'm sure it's something that I don't want to do, but sometimes it helps to have a nag. What can I say? But don't tell my wife I said that. Well, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I guess that's about all I've got for tonight. Back to you, Dave, N7QO.
N7QO, thanks with that. And getting back to Richard, boy, having communications for 50 years with that is an accomplishment. Again, this is Dave, KD7ZYM in Lake City, and it's dark outside right now. So anyway, I guess fall is here. Anyway, when I was at Costco today, they are implementing this checking out on the line. They come along with a scanner, and they'll scan your cart. So all you have to do is go up to the checkout stand. Then they see what you have. You show your membership card. Again, the ID bar on that brings up on the computer what you purchased, and then they ask you for your remittance and wampum or whatever you have to exchange to pay for it, and you're on your way. So it does save quite a bit of time, because they can do 3 or 4 people in line and check out all of the stuff that you have before you get to the checkout stand. So that's pretty good. I did have one problem a couple of weeks ago where they double scanned an item, but they made that correction the next time I went to Costco and said that happens every once in a while as they're scanning everything in your cart. Sometimes they'll come back and they'll hit another item again, and voila, you show up having a lot more than what you have. So anyway, things do happen. So that's about it. This is Dave, KD7ZYM in Lake City. So let's go up to Bob, K9PQ in Oak Harbor.
Okay, I see my call sign. Yeah, the scanner at Costco, that's oh, gotta mute myself. I've experienced that a couple times, and yes, it speeds things up a lot. Um, I thought you were going to talk about the self-checkout. I have heard of stores that were going very heavily into self-checkout and have backed off it because the shoplifting rose a lot. A lot of people just didn't actually scan all their items as they went through the self checkout. So yeah, they. Um, I don't know how widespread that is. I mean, I still see self checkout, but and in fact, some stores, because I'm kind of a night owl, I've experienced this where some stores, in order to reduce personnel, self checkout is the only thing available after a certain time, like after about 10 o'clock at night, which is when I have pretty often done my shopping. There's one store, the one within walking distance is open till midnight, and there's one more Safeway open till 1 a.m. So I do like to go shopping late at night sometimes. What else have I got? I can't think of anything I didn't already comment on, so I'll just say 73. And good to hear everybody in tonight, and see you all. And I'll send it back. K9PQ.
K9PQ, we got your 7-3. Thanks for joining the net. Let's go to Jim, N7QO. And we'll say it's a final for Jim, N7QO.
N7QO. Thank you, Dave. Well, these scanners you're talking about, originally I was thinking maybe it's somehow as you put the products into the cart, it automatically registers, or somehow as you run the cart through a portal of some sort, it picks it up. But I have been to Costco several times now where it was a separate person that comes and uses a handheld scanner to scan things that are in your cart, which you'd normally remove from the cart and put on the conveyor belt. And it did seem to hasten things considerably. I'm kind of surprised they did that because I think it required an extra person to do all that work. But it worked well where I was. And Bob, self-checkout. Yeah, I go to several places, including our local Fred Meyer, where they have self-checkout. Home Depot, close to my house. Somewhere else as well. I'm not real sure where. I can't remember that, but usually they have monitors to watch everyone as they're going through things. But having said that, I only go there during the day, during normal business hours. I don't go there after later in the day. So I suppose that is an opportunity for people to take things that will go unnoticed. Although I would bet there are cameras recording that, so they might put you on the bad boy list or something. I don't know. I prefer going to someone, a real person. I think that gives the companies an idea of how many employees they actually need. I think it works better for everyone, but yeah, sometimes the lines can get quite long. And then I've gone to some places where they do not have an express lane. Usually, if you're limited to a certain number of items, you can get through a lane a little bit faster. But they don't have those everywhere, unfortunately. So I don't know. Interesting. I guess everyone is trying different things to see if they can make the customers happy and not lose money in the process. So probably a fine balance. Pay extra employees, or have cameras, or just throw up your hands and raise the prices on everything. I don't know. Not sure I want to know, but yeah, I've observed that. Don't know what's going to happen long term. Well, time will tell. Well, I guess I'm out of here. Thanks everyone for participating, and back to you, Dave, N7QO.
N7QO, thanks for that. And this is Dave, KD7ZYM, and this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the 08 machine. I'll just put a question out. Is there anything from anyone before we button up the net? Hearing none, again, this has been the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the 08 machine. Signing off the net at 8:57. This is Dave, KD7ZYM in Lake City. Good evening, all.